Hi, welcome back. So last time we made the picker so that we can pick up or down, but currently if you try to win this game, it crashes. I've crashed it here so that we can look at the error message and kind of dissect the crash together. If you win the game, quote unquote, you don't get the winner screen anymore. You get this invalid access of index 15 on a base object of type array, quote, or square brackets spot. Here's what's going on. Up here in main, we've got this array, and it goes from 0 to 14. It doesn't have a 15. But it's coming here, and it's saying piece.place 15. Hey, Godot, if you could get that for me, but it doesn't exist. So Godot says, nope, that doesn't exist, and then it crashes. What's going on? Arrange my business here for a little bit. So if piece.place is less than gamespace's dot size, so if it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 14, run all of this code. And we're adding one to it here each time. So it's very possible for it to go, okay, well, I'm 14, so I'm less than, let me come up, oops, I'm 15, oops, I crashed. This isn't my favorite solution, but it's what we're going to do. I'm just going to check again. Run under roll. Add if piece.place is less than gamespaces.size. And then do all this. Whoops. Tabbed it wrong. You know what I just realized, like live on OBS? Okay, we're going off script. I've got to know if this works. Let's cut all of this stuff. And let's put it here and look really close at how you've got it indented. This could work. But do you see how I've got this indent lined up? This solution works because we're now adding to piece.place after the check, so it doesn't get a chance to get to 15 before we make the check to see if it's at the crossroads. If it crashes, we'll go back and do it the other way, but I think I actually just live on camera found a cleaner way to do it. Turned the music off, it was driving me crazy last time. Are you kidding? I saved myself a line of code. Well. Alright, so let's win it for real, because what I want, if you want the piece to, like, go in a loop and only win here, you're good. See you next time. I want the piece to be able to win here or here. So that's what I'm going to try to code. We already have a win condition. I think I've got it commented even. We want to go forward. We want to go backwards. If just one piece is at the winner circle. Yep. If piece.place is greater than or equals to gamespaces.size. Do all this. Or if piece.place equals start 10. So that would be 9, because it's right there in the array. Then we also want to win, right? So let's play with it. Given that we're really going to run this in two places, one here and one if we went on the other path, I'm going to be so bold. And I'm going to cut all of this code from turn label switcher on up. I'm going to make a function. I'm going to call it one piece one. I know it's not declared. I'm going to declare it. Let's do it all the way here at the bottom. Func one piece one. And I'm going to paste and delete a whole bunch of these indents. Oops. All of this stuff. So this should still work if we get to this one. But we need it to work if it gets up here, and we need it to stop if it gets up here, because I don't want it to zip across like it currently does. Okay, so if the piece knows which path it's on, that's going to make the check a lot easier. Well, let's tell the piece. Let's come into good old piece.gd. We'll just make ourselves a cute little bool. If you're doing this and you've got more than one path, you're probably going to have to set this up as an enum. When I say higher path, I mean higher numbers. I'm going to say that out loud because I would hate to have to like keep going back to the board and counting and figuring out which is which. At the beginning of the game, I'm not on a path, so higher path is false. Okay, let's go back into main with Crossroads. We don't pick a path until right here, or at least we don't know that a path is picked until right here. This is the higher number, so that means piece.higher path equals true. So here's where it gets kind of tangly. While roll equals 0 if piece.place is less than game spaces.size. I cannot make I cannot make 9 greater than 14. That's just not how math works. So this chunk is always, always, always going to run, even if the piece is here at its supposed end. Unless, first of all, let me move that comment. That comment makes a little bit more sense there. Scoot down to the end of this. If we're in this if block, so I need to know if it's hit piece.place is 9. Greater than or equal to 9, which is what we had in the old win code. And I need to know if it's on, the lower path, so higher is going to be false. So if you are a little piece and you are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to win, and you get to 9, run that win code. And then quit running code. This blocks that piece out from going, hello, I can't do it. Boop, 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 up, boop, 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 boop. It should, because it should stop it there. Meanwhile, let's look at our old win code. I really want this to win if you're on the higher path. So you go 1, 2, 3. How high do we count? 10. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So, whoops, down here. This is the old one. Here's where we call one piece 1. So let me put that comment back in because I'm lost without it. If one piece 1 is a good way to know if you need to comment. We might be able to get away without this check, but I don't like it. It makes me nervous, so we're going to do it. Piece.higher path is true, and piece.place is less than gamespaces.size, so 14. One piece 1, and then return, quit written code. See what I broke. Let's let blue win up. I'm going to make pink win down. I know how to fix that. But let's let pink win. Down. And pink won, and it's a tie. So at least the win code works. It's an await thing. I'm sure of it. I don't think I'm supposed to do this, but I'm going to try it and see if it works. Nailed it. Okay. I'm thinking that that extra weight just kind of got skipped over. So that works. We can win this, and it actually looks correct. There's one thing that is in here that I don't like. And if you've been following the whole Stinkin' Ding Ding series, you know what it is. You're looking right at it. You know I hate hard-coded numbers. Oh my goodness gracious, we gotta get these out. Let me give us a little bit of room. Export var upper path. And it's gonna be an int. Export var lower path, and it's gonna be an int. And there's a hard-coded number right here. I'm going to call that higher path win spot. Actually, let's call it this higher path. This will send us on the lower number path. So this is 5. And this is lower path. This will send us on the higher number path. And this is 10. And the final one, drum roll, where's that 9? 9, get over here. There you are. If p stop place equals higher path win, win spot. There you go. Now that I've got that done, I can make another inherited board from this, and instead of touching the code, I can just come over here in the inspector and go, oh, 14, 72, and 8. I don't know what the actual numbers would be. That's a you thing. Before we get too far away from each other, we can't play it yet. Here's the deal I'm going to make with you. I'm going to add this to the level selector, but I'm going to just leave it enabled just for the sake of time. If you would like to disable it and enable it as the user plays, then you can go back to, I forgot the number of the tutorial. I will attempt to edit that on screen, but you can go back to that tutorial and you can figure that out. All right, I made you a 3, or you can make you a 3, whatever makes you happiest. I am in the level selector. I'm going to duplicate 2. I'm going to call it 3. And I'm going to give it the 3 texture. I'm going to enable it. I'm going to uncheck disabled. And where, oh, you little stink bug. I'm going to drag 3 onto normal. You can leave it like this if you love it. I might give myself 3 columns. That looks pretty decent. Oh, when I duplicated it, it had this connected. I'm going to right click on it. Let me do that again slower. On 3, with the node tab, I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to disconnect it. Now I'm going to reconnect it, and this time it's going to say on 3 pressed. Connect. I would love to. And it's going to be the same process. Fader dot fade out. And then I can paste this, get my tree, change my scene to main 3. Let's test it. Bam. And it plays. And we can win. All right. We are still going to do something to this next time. We're actually going to put it on the internet next time, unless I get another request, in which case I'll do the request and then we'll put it on the internet. But until then, if you do have a request, let me know. Hey, real quick before you scoot, I am on buymeacoffee.com. It's kind of like Ko-Fi and Patreon together. If you found this video helpful or useful, I would appreciate you coming over here and checking this out. If you are willing or able, you can donate on this page. And otherwise, you have an excellent rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Take it easy.